Hello and welcome to The Good, the Bad and the Worst, a podcast where we watch movie trilogies and decide which movie was trying to shove a guy's nuts down his throat and all it kept thinking about was what to buy me mum for Christmas. I'm your host Griner, and joining me tonight.
Hello baby, did you miss me?
And I'm Luke, and do you know what the world wants to see? Keanu Reeves murdering 1,000 dudes with a fucking pencil.
It's true, we do want to see that, but instead this fortnight we have been watching the Mortal Kombat movies. There's actually 4 of them. It's not technically a trilogy because they're just trying to reboot themselves over and over again. But before we talk about movies, Conan, I assume that you are the resident Mortal Kombat fan of the group. What makes Mortal Kombat great? Like, I know you love the games. Tell me about them.
What makes Mortal Kombat great? The violence, just the blood and the guts, really. I feel like it's probably the most iconic fighting franchise there is. I would say it's more iconic than Street Fighter, definitely more iconic than Tekken. I don't know if it's as good as, but if you go to the far corners of the world, even the most remote, untouched tribes would know about Scorpion and his exclamation to get over here. Like everyone's seen it, everyone knows it. It created the ESRB, like the rating for video games that have violence, so its reach is really long, and it's just kick ass. Like it's badass warriors with cool powers who blow their enemies up or tear their heads off or stretch their necks or freeze them and then shatter them into 1,000 bits or electrify them until they explode or put them in a whirlwind and then shoot them with a crossbow where they all explode or turn into a dragon and eat them. And that's all really, really funny.
And then they explode, yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Classic. Luke, have you got a history with Mortal Kombat? Are you a fan of the older games, newer games?
Absolutely. So, I've got a lot of nostalgia for the original games. I think we would have played them back on the Sega. We played a lot of the Mortal Kombat. So, I don't know. I have so much nostalgia for certain levels that just you see some of these pop up in some of these movies. I'll talk about them later. Where I just got I got all filled with excitement. I was like, oh my god! I was like, it's this level. This is so cool. I feel like as a kid, it was a game that I liked, but I was also scared of because I was like, back then it was extreme violence. You know what I mean? Even though it was the graphic, it was just like, oh, there's a skeleton. This is horrible. And my brothers used to play it all the time, and it was just I'd watch them play it. Then I'd be like, can I play too? I was like the little brother in the hallway, and then they would kick my ass at it and absolutely fatality me every time. Then if I ever beat them, I had no idea how to do a fatality. So I'd always get upset that they just fell to the ground. But yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for the series. I don't play them religiously these days, but I feel like any time that, I have a boys' night or I catch up with a friend like Conan a couple of weeks ago, I feel like Mortal Kombat is one of the first games we pull out to be like, oh, let's have a go at this. Let's play a couple of rounds of this because it is just dumb fun and you can do cool looking moves and break people's rib cages and get X-ray vision of it. Yeah, good fun. Always good fun.
Yeah, I've never been one for fighting games, I must admit, but Mortal Kombat is probably the series I've played the most. And it's hard in gaming to not just absorb Mortal Kombat references by osmosis. Like, they're just everywhere. Incredibly iconic game. The one I played the most was, I think it's 9, that came out in 2011, infamously banned in Australia. I had a friend with a modded PS3, I guess it was at the time, or 4, and he was able to play it when it was banned in Australia. So I'm just admitting to a felony here on the podcast.
I was going to say,
but
the police kicking down his door right now as we
speak.
3, 2, we're like, we knew he got him. We got him, boys.
I just remember being in his house and there was a group of his friends there and we were just passing the controller around, going through the fatalities, going through that story in that game, and it was just so much fun, and the gratuitous violence was really cool. And then I don't know if you guys saw the Mortal Kombat collection stuff that came out recently, but there's a lot of video footage in there of the original mocap. It wasn't mocap, but the rotoscope video that they used, and it just seems like a game where people were like, what would be a cool idea if it was this and this and this, and they just put it all in there, and that's kind of continued on over time, even as the games get bigger and more complex. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about the games? Go ahead.
I feel like the games, they occupy kind of the like the magic space where they are not as technically efficient as other fighters are. So they're not a test of who's the best fighting game player in the world, where like the world champion tournaments are decided by this. There are other games that I think are technically superior and have a little bit more consistency or whatever, or balance. But this Mortal Kombat is the franchise that kind of straddles the line of being a solid fighter with depth, but also being sort of, I guess, cinematic enough. Like it's conducive to those parties that you talked about. You invite a group of friends over, you sit around, and you're like, let's see Scorpion fight that dude now. And you and your friends duke it out, and one of you wins. Maybe it was like, from just spamming uppercut or spamming foot sweep. And then it's like, sweet, yeah, which fatality is it now? And there's two, and then it turns out there's a third secret one. And then you go into like brutalities if there. Some of them have babalities, which are funny. It's just
animalities, yeah.
Yeah, and it invites this kind of party fun that I think other fighting games don't quite to the same extent. A lot of the other ones are a bit more like you play them if you want to be a good fighter, if you want to play, if you want to be good at this game. Whereas Mortal Kombat, you can, but I think more than anything, it's just like it's almost like a spectator game as well. Like you always play it with people who just come in and out and see the violence and see the shock, and that was there from its inception. Like you say, it's lacking kind of the clear root of vision. There wasn't like we're making a fighting game about this or something. It was like we renamed the Japanese Thunder God and we based him off Big Trouble in Little China characters, and then we have Jean-Claude Van Damme in there, and we call it Johnny Cage. Like it takes this random eclectic shit of martial arts that everyone likes and loose Eastern mysticism, puts it in a blender, turns the violence up, and it's like this kind of shouldn't. It's one of those classic cult stories. Like this shouldn't work, but it does because it's just like all these cool ideas and passionate people making it, and it becomes this
change
messy,
the C to a K, and just
like little things like that were a necessity.
Yeah, and like even like these two ninjas are the same, but we palette swapped them, so they're two different colors. This one's ice and this one's fire. Like. And that just breeds, I don't know, there's a lot of creativity in those early games of like, we want to have as many characters as we can. We've got limitations. We've come up with these cool ideas and they just make it work. And it's,
that's right. And as a result, it's convoluted, it's messy. The lore and the story is always kind of stupid, but that's part of the charm of them. I think
it's fun at the same time. Yeah. Like, I don't know, every time I play a game or one of these movies, I'm waiting for Jax to lose his arms, or I'm waiting for, there's these moments that you just kind of come to expect.
Yes, yeah. And the history of it, like the sort of tumultuous history of those games is a part, I feel like it's almost as much of the fun and the lore now as the games themselves. Of like, there's a character, Ermac, who now has all this backstory, but that came from a glitch in the game. And like, it glitched out, gave a misreading of the title was like an error message. It's ER. I learned this the other day. ER is error, and then MAC, and it's the Scorpion model, but he's red.
Yeah,
and that was a character, and they're like, oh, let's make that a character then, and they just kind of ran off, and it's like, and that's kind of part of this weird story of like that character's not supposed to be here, but this dumb thing happened, and they just made it work, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know, Conan, I assume you've seen these movies, or at least the 90s movies before.
Yes. Yeah.
Were they like a staple of your childhood?
True. The first one is holy shit. The first one is like tattooed on my soul. The like the music alone, that soundtrack.
That theme song. Oh my goodness.
Whatever it's called, Mortal Kombat. It's amazing.
It's a real banger. Yeah.
Yeah. It goes hard, and there's no tinge of irony in that. Like, it is just good. It's really, really good. Yeah, the movie, like, we loved it because we grew up with Mortal Kombat in our house. I think 4 was the first one we had on N64. And so I was playing that at like 5 years old, which I shouldn't have been. Definitely warped me a bit. But like this movie then was a favorite of ours. We loved it. I remember everything in that film. Like, it's the kind of movie I remember almost frame for frame because we watched it so much. The second one, I don't remember the movie at all, even after watching it a week ago. But I have this vivid memory of having the cover there, the rental cover, like when it was a new release, and how exciting that was. That like there was a new Mortal Kombat movie out, and we were able to rent it. And so it imprinted.
Luke, do you have any history with the movies or just the games?
I remember seeing the original one when I was young, not to the point that like I'd remembered much from it. Just that I'd seen it. I had heard the song when I was younger, and obviously had heard it throughout the years, but had never really listened to it until these last 2 weeks. And I must say, today I was listening to my Apple Replay 2026, like my most listened to songs of the year, and it's already on there because I've been listening to that song for the last 2 weeks non-stop, to the point that even the other day, I was driving my kids to school, and my daughter was just in the back, and she's like, "Mortal Kombat," because she's been listening to the song as well. So it's such a banger. It's so good. But yeah, had never seen Annihilation. So obviously I've been missing out all these years.
Yeah.
And yeah, didn't watch the reboot when it came out. So this is my first time watching the reboot.
Right.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about it a few years ago, and I was like, I need to get around to watching that. I just never did. So yeah, this is my first time watching 3 of these films.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had never seen the 90s ones before this. I obviously knew the song, but had never actually watched the movies.
There you go.
All right.
Let's dig into them. Luke, do you want to sing the stats song to the soundtrack of Mortal Kombat? I assume it's coming. Nice. All right. Mortal Kombat came out in 1995, had a budget of $18 million, made 122 at the box office. Mortal Kombat Annihilation came out 2 years later with a budget of $30 million, made 51 at the box office. Mortal Kombat the reboot came out in 2021, had a budget of $55 million, made $84 million at the box office, and then Mortal Kombat 2 came out a week ago. Budget of $68 million and has so far made $65 million.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be doing too badly in an opening weekend. Certainly seems to be doing numbers over the first reboot. The critical reception, 59 for 95, 11 for Annihilation, 44 on Metacritic for the 2021 reboot, and then 47 for Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
I was surprised. Mortal Kombat 95 made pretty good money. Like, you know, I guess that's why we got a sequel. Yep. I'm surprised to see there's such a drop off when the sequel came out, though.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. I feel that's part of the history of like franchise sequels back then. They churn them out super fast. It was like cash grabby. It was because the first one was, I think, bigger than they realized it was going to be. Like, well, we have to get this out while it's still relevant, and it's the most half-assed piece of crap you've ever seen. Whereas now, I just don't think IP had quite the same value then.
Yeah.
Especially something like video game movie, where I think already the first one was like a Hail Mary, and the second one, I think they're just like, let's cash in while we can. It's never going to work out. Whereas nowadays, IP is so much more valuable. They would, as we can see, like they've taken 5 years to get the sequel going, and they're like, we need to make sure this works because this will hopefully fund our studio for the next 20 years by making this one franchise of films.
Yeah. All right. Mortal Kombat 1995. Smart Earthlings must win a martial arts battle in another dimension to see their world enslaved. Sorry, I hadn't read that synopsis before, and that's an interesting description of the chosen
best way to wrap that
fighters. Smart Earthlings.
The Smart Earthlings.
Earth's smartest people.
Yeah, Johnny Cage, the movie star, and some secret special forces people. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
Yeah, it's an alright movie. I know you've got a lot of nostalgia for it, and I don't want to shit on it. It's got some problems.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think about Christopher Lambert as Lord Raiden?
It's so good.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of complaints about White Raiden over the years.
Well,
I'm not sure it's great, but
all right. So here's the thing. This is actually perhaps a more accurate adaptation of the original game than any of the others. Because in the original game, Raiden is a white guy. The guy who acted him out was a white guy. It was modeled on a white dude. It's clearly all inspired by Eastern mythology, predominantly Japanese stuff. But like, it's all very of the time hackily made. Like, what is it? The Shirai Ryu clan that Scorpion's a part of. I think that just means, like, Ryu means dragon. Shirai, I think, or Shirai is just like a made-up word. I think Lin Kuei is also just sort of nonsense. Like they're just cool-sounding themes. Again, this was never made to be like we are making a game replicating the Japanese mythology in this realm. It's like it had Bruce Lee and Jean-Claude Van Damme and some merc and a god of thunder and some ninjas. Like it's all put together. And so you could argue that look, Christopher Lambert, white man, is accurately replicating the Raiden from the video game.
You're right. Like it's a very silly hodgepodge of media that went into it. I think anybody getting really offended by it is probably thinking about it too hard, to be honest. I think his performance is probably one of the better ones of the performances we get here, to be fair.
Like he's doing something, right?
Yeah, he's giving it a go.
He's going for something. He's
doing a weird voice. He's so strangely sort of charismatic as like he feels like kind of like almost like an old Greek god who's like sort of aloof and just hanging out and just talking to people. And it's like, what the fuck? Do you know where you are right now? What exactly is happening? But that is really kind of fun, and it suits the whole tone of this movie. This movie is pretty goofy. Like it's happy. It's more than willing to have fun with everything. It's not going into full goof comedy territory. But the Goro fight has 2 or 3 really funny moments. Goro himself is kind of hilarious. Like this movie's full of little gags and little bits of fun. Like it's PG-13. It's made to entertain as much with like the script and the comedy as it is with the violence and the martial arts and the fight. Is that a accurate apotheosis of Mortal Kombat? Probably not. But my nostalgia colors it a lot. I understand that. But I was shocked at watching it again. I'm like, how just kind of solid it is. It is a movie, especially compared to the 2021 one and the remakes that we'll get to. This actually has a narrative. It has characters. It has development. It has some sort of script that functions. Like for all its flaws, it works.
Yeah, I agree.
I could totally see myself loving this movie if I had seen it when I was, 12 or whatever.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be, I don't know, as good as it was. I was like, oh, this is a serviceable film. Like I guess I was expecting something really bad, which obviously comes later, but
comes later.
It comes very soon. But I had a lot of fun watching this movie, and like obviously it's clearly 90s, but like there's even I know I'd seen it as a kid, but not to the point to remember it well, but I still had nostalgia for seeing it, and like even seeing like Christopher Lambert as Raiden Knuckle, and it was like, oh yeah, I remember this or that. I don't know, I feel like I've seen so many memes as well from it, just like the "your soul is mine" kind of thing. Like I feel like I've seen that clip or that GIF or whatever a bunch of times. I had fun. I had fun watching this movie. It was good. I love just whenever they start fighting, that music starts playing. Like it's just like, all right, here we go again. You can never get sick of it.
We paid for this. We paid for this song. We're going to get our money's worth, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It that Goro puppet is pretty impressive. Like for what they were doing at the time, compared to the 3D effects that we get in these movies, I'd rather watch the Goro any day of the week.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's obviously limited in what it can do, but they seem to do a pretty good job at like blocking it out and making it work for what it is. Apparently, it was very, very expensive to run, and like people could only be inside it for 2 minutes at a time or something. Like it's one of those great stories. But
yeah, they had a whole team of people who needed to operate it. Like you needed many people to make it work. Yeah,
which is impressive that they did it. I feel like they go so many times, especially in Annihilation, go so many routes of just like, oh, CGI. Let's use our state-of-the-art computer animation for this.
Yes,
it is. I'm glad that they do something physical with Goro. Because I don't know, I feel like Goro is an important part of Mortal Kombat, as in like he was always the thing that I remember as like, oh, the big bad guy, like sort of thing, like the four-arm guy.
Incredibly iconic. Yeah, this dude with 4 arms. So that in itself is just like what? And really really cool. Like the second boss before the ultimate boss. Like again, Goro is iconic.
Yeah.
and like you see, you sort of need him, and they commit to it. Yeah, like they didn't half-ass it. They made a fucking robot, like, and they put a lot of the budget into that.
It's half their budget. The rest is the song.
Everyone else just did it for goodwill.
Just think, somebody's got that Goro puppet somewhere. Like, could we pull our funds and buy it? 'Cause
using all four arms. Just... Somebody, Elon Musk probably. But
yeah.
This movie has too many like henchmen fights. There's too many times where they're just fighting a group of masked ninjas that pour out of the walls. I don't know. It felt very Power Rangers to me. I don't know if you guys got those vibes from it, but that's what it reminded me.
That's probably half my nostalgia is the Power Rangers aspect, actually.
It's got a lot of dudes doing flips. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I guess because apparently in the original game there are 7 fighters. So there's Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and we see them... In this, it makes the choice to have them both as bad guys, and is it pits them against our 3 heroes, which I think is a choice. I think it's it is. It's you kind of have to make one of these choices though, like to make the make a story function, and so it kind of shoehorns them into there, which you can argue is not great. And like Raiden never fights, so then you're sort of down another fighter because he's a mentor here. So that kind of only leaves you with 3 heroes, and then they're versing Kano and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's the 7? Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So it's versing Kano and then no one else. Shang Tsung and Goro. So you kind of have to fill it up, I guess, with a few others.
Reptile for a brief scene towards the end.
Yeah.
And he was like the last minute addition as well, because during test screenings they said that there wasn't enough fights. So they put the reptile fight in right at the end. That's why the CG of that looks
it's so good. It's so good.
Because it's like a last minute thing. But that fight's really good, I think. When you turn into a ninja, that's actually a much more probably interesting fight than than some of the other ones.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I think I kind of like it's like it eases you into it. Like the first fight Liu Kang has where he's versing the black dude with dreadlocks. So it's just some random guy. And I think it's a pretty cool fight. It's a bit like, it's 90s martial arts, but I think it's still pretty cool. And then eventually you get the great scorpions, like in the forest thing. Like that's a cool way to make a fight feel really interesting. Even if it's not great, it's just this, it's like a hall of mirrors, but it's trees.
Conan, correct me if I'm wrong. Like the original game with Scorpion, it's not like a little dragon thing that comes out
snake,
and has its own mouth. It's just a hook. Right?
I believe so. I actually don't know if it ever answers it. In the original game, what's weird is whenever he does it, you see the rope appear behind his arm. Like it's this. It's
so
clear
it's like he's just throwing a rope.
They've made this long image of like a rope, of several loops and a spear, and it kind of just appears behind. It starts behind him and then just goes across the screen. So it never actually really explains what it is. I don't know if the whole being a kunai on a chain or on a rope is retconning or not.
Because
I assume it's not.
I'm not a fan of
his
this.
arm.
I'm not a fan of the thing with the mouth coming out of his hand.
Yeah, it's not great.
It is a bit strange.
And with the CGI. I just feel like if you had a kunai coming out and he's just throwing it, it would have looked really cool. But we get that eventually. So it's what it is. But I do like sort of what you said, how Sub-Zero and Scorpion, because obviously they're, I feel like, the most iconic sort of visual things of Mortal Kombat, that they're kind of put on this other level of fighters, like, they're like these boss battles basically that are appearing, kind of thing. I think it's effective because it's like, here's Scorpion. Everyone knows Scorpion and Sub-Zero. But
like Sub-Zero gets they get that first fight, then Sub-Zero gets a big fight against Liu Kang. Scorpion gets the fight against Johnny. That's a little bit more than the others. Like structuring a movie around a tournament is kind of hard to do. To be like, how do you stack this and not just have it literally be fight after fight after fight after fight? And I think they do a decent enough job of actually forming that all. And like sort of working it up. And then at that point you get to Goro and then they go and fight Shang Tsung. It's like, it's like in the game. All the fighters fought. Then you had the semi-boss and then the boss.
Yeah. It works. Perfectly serviceable movie. I don't know. Watching old, like, martial arts movies, there was a turning point at some point, right? Like, and I don't know if it's just the Matrix or something like that, but fight choreography changed forever from that point. And going back before it feels like you feel the age of it.
You do. I think you're right though about the Power Rangers thing, and like I wonder if that did affect it. Where again, this was made for kids more than anything like that. I think the original Inception was meant to be MA or R, but studio wouldn't have it because like kids play video games, we need to make it for them. And so I wonder if some of the choreography was made intentionally to be a bit like flashy, over the top Power Rangers-esque, because they're like, we want 12-year-olds to see this. And that's what they're used to and that's what they enjoy. I get what you mean though. Like, yeah, martial arts goes through certain flavors. And
for sure.
If you sort of weren't there or don't appreciate it, it's really can be kind of difficult to get through. Like, there is some bad scripting in this movie as well. I think, like, just some delivery is really bad. Like, when Katana says to Luke, she appears and she's, like, in voiceovers about use the element that gives life. Yeah. Water! It's like, that's really bad. Kano's introduction, where he's like, I love punctuality in a woman. Don't you, Mr. Shang Tsung? Who the fuck talks like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's an imposter. He's not even Australian. He plays Australian in Jag as well, but he's a Brit. Get out of here, Trevor Goddard.
He was Australian.
He's passed away. Rest in peace. But yeah,
no, I'm glad he's dead after everything.
Finish him!
How dare he? He doesn't even sound Australian in this.
No, I know.
No,
it's bad.
No,
really not good.
It's bad in Jag as well. It's bad there too.
He never improved.
I have a question. What happens when someone steals your soul?
In my experience,
yeah, when you first got yours stolen.
Well, it's hard to answer because it wasn't stolen. I sold it for $5, but
can you go through it?
Automatic doors don't open for you. Yeah, I was going to make that joke too. Yeah,
beat you to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess people can use me to fight for them. Every now and again, I get called upon
You just
to
become
fight.
You become a husk, a puppet.
Music
I guess I
doesn't
don't
sound the same anymore. Yep.
Is that it? So do you go about your life and just like everything feels a little bit less? I don't know, less inful?
No, I feel like you aren't you anymore. Like you work on pure instinct, and you breathe and you feed yourself, but there's no joy, there's no you can't appreciate art without a soul.
Ooh. So I'm thinking, because Shang Tsung steals a lot of souls.
He does.
In this movie. He steals the Dreadlock fighter soul. He steals the soul of Johnny Cage's movie stuff. No, martial artist friend or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's happening there? Because I don't know if they're dead, but does that count as a kill? Or do they get up and they're just kind of robots now?
I think they're dead. They're dead.
I'm pretty sure you can have that move done to you in the games, though, and you are not dead.
Well,
you just lose a chunk of health.
So what exactly does it mean when someone steals your soul?
That's a good question.
We need Ed Boon on here.
No, bring him in. Surprise guest Ed Boon phoning in right now.
Dialing in from Seattle. Here we go.
All right, shall we move on?
Yes.
Annihilation came out in 1997. A group of martial arts warriors must save the Earth from an extra-dimensional invasion. Stop me if you've heard this before. They're not smart this time.
No, they are. There's a typo there. It's a group of really smart martial arts warriors.
You thought they were smart before. They're even smarter.
I love when a sequel picks up the second the previous movie ended. It's great, but then when you recast half the cast, it's freaking awful. I watched these movies back to back, and it was a head spinner. I tell you what.
I mean, at least they have sought one of those problems by just killing Johnny Cage off in 30 seconds.
Immediately, yeah.
And they're like, thank goodness we don't have to worry about having two characters you won't think of the... Oh, no, sorry. Because you have to worry about Raiden and Sonya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it never bodes well, right, then, if no one wants to even be in the movie.
Yeah.
Do you know, can I be honest with something?
Please.
I watched these a week apart and didn't notice Rick. It wasn't
Come on, you must
until-
know. You must know Raiden, surely.
I didn't. I literally didn't.
It turns into it's Dexter's dad.
When we
Yeah,
were,
James
yeah,
Whitmore,
I know,
it's totally different.
and I was just like, I remember this guy. But literally, when you were talking about Christopher Lambert earlier on, I was going to make a comment. I was like, oh, and in the second one, he cuts his hair, and then I'm like looking, I'm like, oh shit, they recast him in the second one. I'm like, I didn't even notice.
That's embarrassing.
So watching them a week apart, I honestly thought Sonya was the same. I thought Raiden
But
was the
Sonya's
same.
the most. Sonya's also pretty because that's it's a Bridget Wilson something.
And then Sandra Hess in
that.
the second one.
Yeah, but like Bridget Wilson Sampras is the Billy Madison girl. Like I feel like she's an iconic actress.
Yeah.
And so seeing her go from that to who did you say it was in the
Sandra Hess.
Who the hell is that?
Sonya Blade from Annihilation.
For a whole generation of other people, that's their Sonya. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a painful casting because I really like Bridget. She had a really interesting career. But yeah, look, Annihilation, real shit.
Yeah.
Film.
This was bad. This was like, frustratingly bad. The CGI is so bad, but like the problem with it, because obviously old films are always going to have this problem when they rely on CGI as opposed to any physical stuff. But like they rely on it so much because they're really proud of it. At the time, we're like, wow, look at our brand new graphics. And it's just it ruins so many scenes. I feel like where it's just like I feel like I'm just watching these really bad computer things fight each other sometimes, especially towards the end. Yeah, it's just bad. I honestly can barely even talk about this movie.
It's incredibly forgettable, like as a movie.
Yeah.
My main memory of it is bad CGI. They put him in those stupid spheres to travel around the Earth, like total own goal. Nobody needed that. You could have just made them appear anywhere for any reason, and nobody would have even questioned it.
Is that something from the games, Conan? Is that some?
It's from the Mortal Kombat
new.
pinball game, right?
I
don't know. I don't know.
Like honestly, that might be it. It's like a franchise link in to be like, go play this at your arcade now. Now it's the strangest thing because that's a new edition. They spend a long time with it as well, and a lot of characters
They do.
talking about like, what's with those? What has happened? Well, that's wild. And it's like, oh no, we got to go back in them now.
Oh man,
They just make such a big deal out of it, and it's so bad and just totally unnecessary. Nobody was like, how are they traveling between place to place? I need to know.
Yeah. That's right. Like Raiden can literally just teleport people.
Exactly.
Why is this never established? Yeah. There's the iconic quote from Sindel. Too bad you will die. I see that memed like just everywhere, and it comes out of nowhere. It makes no sense.
Well, the line before it is, "Mother, you're alive." Too bad you will die. It makes
does that make sense?
Not
really.
really. It's not great, but.
Really weird things. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened.
I mean, the main thing I remember from this movie is Raiden showing up with a haircut and being like, now I got short hair. It's like, I was like, oh, this is like the Gandalf the White reveal, you know? He's now Raiden with short hair.
So this one's a bit better than that reveal, though. Let's be fair. Like James Remar being short hair is like, that's important. That's significant.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Jax just getting.
Yeah, he's finally here.
Yeah, he's just getting the surgery to get better arms. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, we live in a look-maxing world, okay? That's not that far-fetched.
No, it's ahead of its time, really. He's just no. He's
But
like,
the first look maxer, yeah.
Yep.
He really mogged on those other
I will say, like,
fighters, didn't he?
I was expecting the arms to look worse. I was like, I don't mind. Big metal arms. It doesn't look too bad. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
There is
The spray paint gave him cancer, though, so it's pretty sad.
Oh, did it?
No,
Oh,
I
that's
don't
not
know.
good.
No, I don't know.
Wouldn't
Seems
surprise
like the
me.
kind of thing they would do, though.
There is the chick. There is the chick with the four arms, and you can just obviously see it clipping. Like, where it's like under her armpits. You just see it like completely clipping and not making sense. But that is what it is. Yeah, Shiva.
Yeah. Like this movie just is like this. Yeah, it's a painful cash grab where the script makes no sense. I didn't understand the story as I was watching it. I don't understand the story still. Where it's like Shao Kahn's invading and they're doing something. They obviously try to they're trying to put in every single character from the second and third game. So they bring in Jax, Shao Kahn, Katana becomes really relevant.
The robots turn up too for no reason.
That's right. Sector and Cyrus turn up for like one fight. Shao Kahn's dad is Shinnok apparently, who's in that one scene, and then is never even mentioned by name, but he was a character in the fourth one. Nightwolf, for some, like it's the weirdest thing, and the whole narrative thing is weird. So Liu Kang's got to go and enlighten himself, so he has to go and find the Native American in the desert. And his scene is just like he meets him there, and he's like, "That's my animality." And then pretty much within the next scene, he's like, "Cool, you're ready to fight now."
Yeah.
There's nothing to it, but Nightwolf's a character, so they had to put him in. Like a very cynically sort of made film, where it's just there, it's cashing in, like it's just purely cashing in on the success, and it shows.
Yeah. Yeah. Real bad.
The music's back. That's all right. Still a banger. Like even in the last scene where it starts playing, I was just like, okay, I'll bop my head, but I don't support this movie. I was like, but okay, you got me bopping.
I'm upset about it.
Yeah, but I'm not too happy about it. But
yeah, I was like, the director-wise, I think we didn't mention the first one. It's directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah,
who went on to be like the video game director.
Yeah,
and from One Battle After Another fame.
Yes, Oscar-winning Paul W.S.
Don't do this.
He made some of the greatest Australian films,
don't do this.
Also these.
Don't do this.
Hey, look, Event Horizon is as good as anything Paul Thomas Anderson made. Let's give credit where credit's due. But like all the shit that Paul W.S. Anderson gets for his films, like his 15 Resident Evil movies and stuff, I think in the first movie, you see a reason why he was picked. It's like he sort of does know how to capture a certain frenetic energy and kind of an interesting style. Annihilation's made by this like cinematographer who was
John Leonetti.
Yeah, John R. Leonetti. And he was a cameraman on a bunch of stuff, worked on a bunch of like The Conjurings and Insidious. And he made
The Mask.
I think
I didn't make it, but he worked on it. So.
Yeah, he's made all this. Like this was his first directorial film, and it really shows. And he made he directed Annabelle. There you go.
The Butterfly Effect 2. That sequel we've all seen.
Oh,
hit sequel. Like just not good when you get someone who has no skills for it. Clearly not. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Disappointing.
Hard to find redeeming qualities in this movie.
Truly is, yeah.
It's not too long.
It's true. Pretty short.
Feels pretty long though. Feels about 3 hours.
It feels long.
Just never stops.
At least, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever watch this movie again. But I could see myself watching the first one again, which I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Just nothing redeeming about this.
Putting you to sleep just thinking about it. All right.
Yeah, literally.
Mortal Kombat 2021. MMA fighter Cole Young seeks out Earth's greatest champions in order to stand against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe.
I can't believe it took him this long to put everybody's favorite Mortal Kombat character as the lead in this game.
Cole Young.
Cole Young, my favorite since the first.
Finally, Cole Young gets his time to shine.
Do you guys know if he ended up being a character in the games, or is he just?
I don't believe so.
Is he just an audience surrogate and he's only here for that and that's it?
I believe so. Yeah.
It's a really strange choice because it's not like Mortal Kombat is only filled with characters that have no grounding at all. It's not like every character is some weird alien with 4 arms. There's lots of humans we could latch onto who could be the audience surrogate. And instead, they introduce a new character who's not particularly interesting.
He was considered as a potential DLC cameo fighter for Mortal Kombat 1, but ultimately decided, nah. Maybe the fans aren't clamoring. Let's put Peacemaker in instead.
And I mean, look, it shows with the way he's treated in the second movie, which we'll get to, I suppose.
Yes, we'll get to. I can't wait. Look, so I hadn't seen this movie a couple of years ago when it came out. Straight away, first scene, I was like hooked on this movie. Like the samurai setting and the introduction of Scorpion in this, I was like, this is cool. Like, this is so cool. I'm about this. I kind of wish he was kind of the lead, but anyway,
Yep,
but
yep.
it is what it is. I can understand the perspective of like, look, introducing people that are new to the games and like having this like default character that, you know, we can be like, he's just like me for real, you know? And I don't know. There's pros and cons. I don't think they do it very well, but it is what it is with Cole Young. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot I like about this. I like the Sub-Zero Scorpion stuff. The opening scene I think is really, really cool and effective with Sub-Zero freezing his family.
Yep.
Kano is funny. You know, like, I don't know. I like this movie quite a lot. Surprisingly, I was like, no, I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed this movie a lot.
Yeah, I remember a few years before this movie, there was a similar sort of what's the word? There was a fan made, you know, Mortal Kombat series that came out, and it was a similar kind of vibe as these movies. And it was really, really cool. I remember getting really jazzed about it, and then hearing they're making a movie, and then this came out, and I really, really enjoyed it too. Like, I think it nails the tone. Like, I think tonally it's really, really well done. Everybody's taking this as seriously as they should be, and I think I like that. I think it works really well. Yeah, I think you get some fun performances. I'm not convinced by, like, I don't know. I don't love, like, the whole, I don't know what they call it, but where they find their powers, getting their spark or whatever it is. It feels a bit wanky and unnecessary. I'm kind of okay with them just having powers for being the chosen ones or whatever.
Their persona or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is that a reference? Is that a reference to the
No,
video games?
what do they call it? They call it Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Arcana.
And noticeably, again, in the second movie, not mentioned
Kind of
once.
ignored.
Yeah. Conan, tell me how you feel about this movie.
Yeah, I think you're right. It gets a lot right. Like, yes, Mortal Kombat is a franchise that works when it takes itself seriously. I think when it starts to be self-aware and parody, it gets pretty bad. It needs to have fun, but it needs to actually be like, these are sorcerers stealing souls and shit. So I agree.
It's Mortal Kombat.
That's right. People die.
Yeah.
It's and so this movie does get that really well. It gets the violence right for the most part. It gets the fatalities right for the most part. You know, there's at least, I think there's one or two really good fatalities, and it's like all the fights are pretty good. Well shot. Like, I think the problem more than anything is this movie's too scared to do what it's supposed to do. Like, there was a lot riding on this. It had been in production for years. That YouTube series, Mortal Kombat Legacy, that was originally meant to be what this was, but the director dropped out. It took ages, and then eventually Simon McQuad sort of gets it, who's an Australian commercial director. And you can sort of tell that this movie is like not made by committee, but is carefully sort of constructed. It's like it needs to do a lot of stuff. It's too scared to really go into the tournament just yet. So it sort of meanders and dicks around. They come in. The two fighters that die are Reiko and Natara, who are fighters that no human being has ever cared about in the history of Mortal Kombat.
Nathan Jones.
I don't know. Is that a wrestler?
He was a wrestler.
They're usually
and remember,
wrestlers.
he's Scrotus in Mad Max Fury Road.
There you go. Yeah, actually,
You know.
Big Scrotus fan over here, Luke.
Who am I kidding?
I'm a huge Scrotus.
But like, you know, they do that. So they sort of they give you a couple of deaths, but they're like, we don't want to kill anyone who could be that later.
Yep.
So everyone dicks around. They don't even get to the tournament yet. They introduce Cole Young as the surrogate because they're worried people won't be able to relate to, you know, like you say, these other humanoid characters.
Sonya Blade.
Yeah,
or a black man in Jax.
Exactly.
Women and black men, that's all we have.
You can't relate to them, but this sort of loose white Asian guy somewhere.
Who's an MMA fighter. We understand that.
And again, yeah, there's this weird thing of like, is that trying to be relevant of like MMA is current? I don't know.
Which makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Like a combat thing. In a modern thing, you'd have him as MMA. But
I guess, yeah, like more than a boxer, sure. But yeah, it's introducing a character when you have about 100+ characters by now is a bad choice. And then I think the whole, again, with it, like the script's really bad with this. A lot of the dialogue's pretty poor. It shows that Kano is the one who has the most to do. Like, he's the heart and soul of this movie. Like, he is really funny.
Yeah.
He's carrying a lot of it.
He's doing so much. Josh Lawson, he's really came around since Any Questions for Ben.
Any questions for Ben? Yeah.
Good on him for having a renaissance. But,
oh my god, is that who it is?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's redeemed himself in my
He's
eyes
done
for that
he's
shit
been a working actor for
movie.
years, but you're right.
He
That
has,
movie
yes.
was bad.
And I think like a lot of his stuff's not great, but he's really good as Kano.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I get
That's
it's
so funny.
I don't know, like what do you want from a Mortal Kombat movie? Do you just want fights and characters being like, I've come to kill you? If so, this movie's probably like perfect.
No, you're right, and I 100%. I remember being disappointed they were too scared to do the tournament. Right, like it does feel like they're playing it safe. Nobody of consequence really dies. Yeah, I don't know. I think they redeemed themselves. Like I think the second movie is probably what this movie should have been. Honestly,
Yeah.
we'll get to it, but like really, it nearly could be the first movie in the series.
But I feel like it also works because of the first movie. Because of the stuff.
I'm not sure it needs it.
Yeah, me neither. Because of the way they treat a certain character shows that they don't really need to.
Yeah.
No, but I like that because of this movie in a way as well.
Gotta
Like,
get rid of him.
but also I don't know, because obviously you couldn't do the tournament again if you did the tournament in this one.
There's a tournament every X years or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah,
But it's a lot of years, so you couldn't retain the same cast, right? Or am I missing?
there's definitely like time reversals and restarting of tournaments in those games, 100,000%.
yeah.
They do that shit all
Well,
the time.
the other solution though, and this is what I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's a bunch of animated movies they make. I think they're all called Mortal Kombat Legends, and I've seen one of them, Scorpion's Revenge. It's the best Mortal Kombat movie there is, and like they kind of they touch on it in this. Like, why not just make the whole movie about Scorpion and Sub-Zero?
Yes, I had that thought too.
It's a very weird framing device to be like this rivalry happened, and he's being hunted by Sub-Zero and he's a descendant, and so that rivalry comes through. It transcends hell and they fight again at the end. It's really weird. It's a very, very strange choice that I don't think works at all.
I thought
have Lewis Tan be Scorpion.
I thought
Scorpion.
that's where we were going. Like I thought the whole introduction of Cole Young and him being the ancestor, like the descendant of Scorpion, was he's going to take the mantle. Like his cameo will be Scorpion's powers, and he will basically they'll be passed down to him, and he'll become Scorpion and become Master. And I was like, okay, that's fine. If we get the backstory of him then taking over the mantle of Scorpion, I'm fine with that. Obviously, though, I like is it Hiroyuki Sanada? He's an amazing actor. Love him in Shogun in anything he's in, really, and he's an awesome Scorpion. So yeah, there's a part of me like I was devastated in the opening scene when he dies, sort of thing. I was like, what are we doing here? But because that is the most interesting. They are the most interesting characters in like Showdown with them, sort of thing. But or the most coolest Mortal Kombat type thing.
And like that is the front cover of this movie. It's the ninja face.
It's behind Grana right now.
Yeah,
it's looking at me right now. They know exactly what you want to see. I don't really get why they choose not to do it. I understand that you need to have this. You have to have an A plot and a B plot. You need to have the Earthrealm Warriors all getting their crew together. But that can all be done with Scorpion as well. Like it can be worked around this. I don't know. It's bad story choices.
we could just have a smaller movie too. Like we could just have a movie about those two. And maybe you don't. Maybe you're too scared to do that as the first one. Like I get that. That was one of the cool things about that YouTube series. Like every episode was just about a couple of the characters interacting. Like
That's right.
and it did a Scorpion Sub-Zero episode, and it was badass.
Did the Raiden episode, which is fantastic.
Yep.
Yes, again, it's what we're talking about. Like it's sort of the curse of IP, where I think this has been in development for 20 years or something. It's been loosely floating, and I think that series came out in like 2011. So it's been like this actual movie's been in development for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And so at a certain point, there is so much writing on it. They're like, we need to get this right. We need to make sure it ticks these boxes. And
I guess with a fighting thing in like a tournament, does that lend itself more to like a TV show, like a HBO series? Because like obviously, Twisted Metal is a similar type thing, but with cars in a tournament. And I think it's done well where each episode is like, oh, these two are showing down. Like that's like I can't wait for next week because in the tournament next it's this fight happening. And you can focus on them smaller stories of like this is this person's backstory, which is obviously what we'd want more. But I don't know if this works better as a movie or if it works better as a TV series.
It's a good question.
I've often wished they'd do like this kind of thing and treat it like a sports movie, right? Like give us some underdogs and like, you know, take it seriously. Like this is a proper tournament. It's got rules and let's play through it. But I don't know how that would work. But it'd be a different take.
No, I think that's it though. Like these, and that's kind of my problem with this movie is it's all riding on Cole Young, and it spends a lot of time being like, be invested in his journey, and he's like, I have a family, and that's the extent of his character though.
That's true.
And he unlocks it because Gora's going to kill his family, and it's all really.
And he likes to take a beating. It makes sense for his powers.
Yes.
Is he can absorb the beating and then dish it back out.
His
power.
He's got the Homer Simpson power.
He's got the Black Panther suit. He's got a vibranium suit. That's all it is. It's literally, it absorbs impact, shoots it back out.
Yeah, like a stunning lack of imagination, I think, with that, unfortunately. Yeah, that's it. This movie has what it's trying to do, I guess, most, which is just like show cool fights and fighters do shit. It does really well. It's just let down kind of by everything else, unfortunately. I think all the writing, the story, the characters, they're all pretty flat. No, and I like also a lot of performance. I don't like Sonya in either of these movies. She just, I don't know what it is. I just think she's giving a really bad performance.
I don't mind her.
She's all right. I like her more in the second one, I think, than the first one. But she's not. Yeah. She doesn't carry these movies by any means. Jax is all right though. Jax is pretty cool.
Yeah, Jax is good. I like Liu Kang. I like Shang Tsung. Raiden's good.
I could care less about Liu Kang as a character, to be honest. He's kind of cool, but I don't know. Between him and Hat Guy, Kung Lao, like both of them are like the most
Hat Guy
boring characters.
No, in my opinion. I don't know. They scratch a nostalgia itch for me.
And I think they do a really good They do a really good job with him in the second movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, they do.
And in this one, you don't get a lot of time with them, to be fair. But
no.
I think again he should be the main character. Like canonically, he wins the first tournament.
Yeah,
that's why they made him the protagonist in the original movie. He's supposed to be the one who's doing the journey. It makes total sense. He's this guy learning the ancient ways of the dragon.
And his thing is, he's a martial arts fighter. Like that just makes sense for him to be the lead character.
It fits in. I cannot forgive this movie for introducing Cole Young and being like he's the one we need to. It doesn't like it's beyond.
He's the key.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. All right, Mortal Kombat 2 came out in 2026, just a week ago. The fan-favourite champions, not the smartest champions, now joined by Johnny Cage himself, are pitted against one another in the ultimate battle to defeat the dark rule of Shao Kahn that threatens the very existence of the Earthrealm and its defenders.
Boy, they learned their lesson, I think.
I think so too.
So let's talk about Cole Young.
Yeah.
So he gets killed off, for those who haven't seen it but want to know. They basically kill him off in his first round of the fighting, and he doesn't have much to do before that.
After they very much push him to the back of the room for the first half of the movie, where all of a sudden he says one line, he's like, oh, we don't need him. It's like, yeah, you do, buddy. you need Carl Urban more than you could know. But yeah, obviously they realize, okay, we'll get Carl Urban in as our lead protagonist in the hardest story, which does a much better job of being the main person to support. And he's an underdog.
And we'll kill off the character that no one liked. And we'll do it very unceremoniously.
And it'll be fucking awesome. Like, that was so cool. Like, even though obviously that character doesn't have much gravitas to it, it's not some Game of Thrones killing off or anything like that. But my jaw dropped when it happened. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Like and then it's just brutal. Just slide him into the acid.
Yeah.
And that's the level as well that I like gave me nostalgia. As soon as it popped up, I was like, oh, this is so cool. You know, and it goes to the camera view side where it basically looks like a shot of the game. And it just gave me, like, I'll just say it now. I fucking fucking loved this movie. Like, I actually really, really had so much fun with this movie.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting to. Like I said, the first one, I was like, oh, this is good. This is a way big improvement. After Annihilation, I think just everything got uplifted because I was like, wow, this movie's so good. Like, air smells good, you know? But
They put a shit in a box and you'd be like, this is
yeah. But then going to watch the second one, I was just like, okay, I'll go watch the second one now. And halfway through, I was kind of just sitting there and I was just like, I'm having fun. I'm like, this is like a blast. And like, there's just so many scenes, and I felt like this one gave me the most. This one's got a lot of fan service, so I feel like this one gave me a lot of like nostalgia for games, or just little things like of it's Carl Urban, yeah. When he has the fight, and he's there just like dazed, where he's just like,
Shotgun's like, finish him.
And
do it.
And he drops. I was like, this is so cool. So many little video game things. Ed Boon is the bartender, the creator of the game.
Yep.
So much cool stuff. Carl Urban's great, obviously, but I just had a blast watching this movie. The fights are really good. And Griner touched on it earlier, but Hat Guy, Kung Lao, and their fight with like the blue warp stuff in the background, that was so cool. And I was like on the edge of my seat because I was like, I genuinely don't know who's going to get killed in this fight. And that hat just, I don't know. There was so much weight to the hat in that scene. Like, it felt really brutal. Like, every time it was flying past, I was like, oh shit, I feel like we're going to get another brutal death in a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had so much fun with this movie. I was like, ever since I finished the movie, I was like, man, I want to go watch that movie again. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun with it too. Like, even down to like when a lot of the fights start, like the characters just kind of walk in from right and left and have a little quip.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like the start of the fights in the video games. You're right, Luke. Like, they capture that feel really, really well. The best review I read of this, though, was whenever Kano isn't on screen, the other characters should be asking, "Where's Kano?" Because it does feel like the Kano, story again. He is the best and the biggest
Conan's
character.
Review,
they bring
but
him back.
That was about Cole Young.
Yeah, but yours says Cole Young. It's funny, but yeah. And that's the thing. Obviously, I feel like people have thrown criticisms of like just people being resurrected and brought back just for like, oh, we probably shouldn't have killed them off.
Yeah.
But the way they do it, I think, is really good. Obviously, Kung Lao comes back. It makes sense for the story. But the way Kano is brought back, because they're like, oh, we need the stone. And they're like, oh, shit, we could have just checked his pockets. That was a waste. Why would we bring this asshole back? And he's so good in this role. He's just funny. Yeah, it's really good. And he just rips on the goth dude for the rest of the movie.
There's the Quan Chi, who's Damon Harriman. Another Australian actor. There's Australians everywhere here in this Australian culture. Representing. Like this movie is a huge improvement. It shows the tournament. It just shows a lot of fights. The fights are much better. Like, that Liu Kang Kung Lao fight is fantastic, just with the hat flying past, blocking it. Looks iconic with the colors changing. Also, like, looks memorable. It's a little like Baraka Sojourn, where they've got to go through there. Kind of nonsense, but it's like, there's this secret tunnel that they're in that we need to go into, but it has the Tarkatan. So you're looking for an excuse to put it
I
in
almost
Baraka.
couldn't make sense of why are they doing this. Like, why do they need this? But yeah,
They really don't, but it's just fun to have him. And like what they do with Baraka is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And again, it's like Scorpion and Sub-Zero are in this, and they have their sort of. But now Sub-Zero is Noob Saibot, but we don't have the other Sub-Zero brother yet, which is a big problem. Like, where's Sub-Zero 2? I assume he'll come out in the third one. Again, my problem with this movie mostly is it knows what fans want, which is to kill Cole Young unceremoniously, and to just give you lots more fights and to sort of have a charming lead surrogate now with Carl Urban, who's like a well-established, well-liked actor especially in nerd fandoms. I just don't think it fully knows what it wants. It is pretty mishmashed. It's like the story is fine. It's like it kind of does a decent job there, but it's just like I say, there's a lot of fan service. There's a lot of little bits that are just like, this is a nod here. We need Kano, so we're just going to bring back Kano. We still need to have Scorpion and Sub-Zero because that was the rivalry from the first one. Like, Cole Young's death makes kind of no sense in this, where he's in this fight, and none of the other characters really care. And like, even
that's perfect.
No, it's not. It makes no sense. Like, why is no other character watching it? Why are they having a fight where like Sonya and Jax are watching? Like, great, first fight of the thing. Cole's got this, and then he gets his head smashed, and then it's like, oh shit, they're emotionally distraught. That actually creates proper stakes for it to matter.
But they're fighting at the same time. It's not the first fight of the tournament.
No, it should be, is what I'm saying. Or at least
okay,
people should see this. It's so strange that it just kind of happens off screen for them.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
You make a good point. I feel like if that was the introduction, even like for Carl Urban to see it and be like, oh, wait, what are we doing? Like this is, I can't do this. But
and so they do that choice, like the movie does it for the viewer to be like, great, now I don't have to worry about Cole Young anymore. But it's a really incoherent in the script. Like it's just a bad choice. It doesn't make sense.
I feel like they do it where they do because I think their thing is, for some reason, they're trying to save Cole Young's reputation a little bit by being like, oh, well, he's immortal. That's why.
Yeah, he would have won if
Cole Young could have beat him,
cheat,
but he's immortal now because he got that amulet.
Yeah, maybe.
So they saved a bit of his reputation, being like, oh, he could have done it. But then they just destroy him and push him into the acid to be like, no resurrections this time.
Yeah,
he's not coming
back. He's not coming back. And like his family's still just wondering, like, whatever happened to him, I wonder. They're never going to find out.
Daddy will be home soon. He can take a licking and still keep on kicking.
His family does not exist anymore as far as we're concerned.
She divorced him.
Shao Kahn just went and killed them straight after. He said, great, I can eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this movie. I get what you're saying, Conan. Like it doesn't transcend a video game movie, right? Like it's there to deliver fan service and to do its fun popcorn blockbuster action thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't transcend that, I guess. And I get that, I suppose. I still had a really good time watching it.
I wonder if... Yeah.
Sorry, no, keep going because I'm going to go on a tangent.
No, I mean, I wonder if for me, because I really kind of care about the Mortal Kombat universe and lore, I just kind of want these to actually be a great thing. I want these movies to be great. I want them to be incredible fighting movies, full of violence, but also with really great stories. Because I think it can happen. Again, the Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge, the animated one, is like that. It's a really great story. It's really good. I want to see it done properly, and these movies feel too much like they're just trying to cater for the quote-unquote average viewer. And I'm not like some aficionado of Mortal Kombat. I just care a lot more about it than I think like you guys do. And most people who probably would see this movie because they like Mortal Kombat, they haven't played like all 12 games and care about them that much.
They weren't there in the trenches,
No, they weren't there when Deadly Alliance came out and defending the changing fighting styles, which went on to revolutionize the game, might I add. And people shit on those, but that's the thing they adopted. Now that's why every fighter has a unique stance and they feel different because Deadly Alliance and Deception made that happen. I've been there.
They walked so we could run.
That's right. And so just seeing it be like kind of doing the most generic sort of stuff and like making just a lot of bad story choices in service of great like fight scenes kind of just annoys me more than I think it would other people. Maybe that's my hang up. I just got to move on. I don't know.
You should. No. What do you guys... we haven't talked about Jade and Katana at all. I liked the Katana story. I think it was a nice way to link together the realms. I think she did a really good job. And then her relationship with Jade was really good too. Like I enjoyed that facet of it as well. Really good B-plot.
I agree. That was probably the standout part for me. And like Shao Kahn kind of looming there. But Shao Kahn's really good in this as well.
Shao Kahn is really cool and intimidating, and like again, awesome opening sequence sort of thing, same as the first reboot one, showing Shao Kahn killing her father,
King Jared.
Yes,
not Jared.
No,
you guys remember Jared, don't you?
Jared from Subway. But like it's
weird reference.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just Jared to me. But I feel like she's a really good second lead. Like you have her and you have Carl Urban, two really strong leads to support, both who do a great job. Obviously, I mean, nobody's going to live up to Cole Young from the first one, but they do a very serviceable job between the two of them lifting that weight.
Yeah.
Carl Urban's really good. Did you guys enjoy? I like the whole, washed up Comic-Con bit at the start sort of thing with him, but
yeah.
What did you guys think?
Yeah, no, he's good. I don't know. The nerd fandom between him and Pedro Pascal, if either of them come out as problematic, we're going to be in shambles, boys. Like, what will we have left? Nothing.
We're done. Yeah. Yes, I think it's a cool choice making him like the washed up Johnny Cage rather than the young and still kind of fit like hacky Johnny Cage.
Yep.
Like that's a good narrative choice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that his like power came from him believing he was his character, right? Like,
Yes.
like that's when he became powerful. I don't know. It's a nice. I think it's a fun touch for him as an actor because he's never made much sense as like a, savior of the world fighter, right?
No.
No, yeah, he's yeah.
Um,
They do better things.
Yeah. I like the nut punch that he does to Baraka as well. the
It
splits
had to
and
be
then-
in there. I was waiting for it. Like the second I knew he was
100%.
in this movie, I'm like, he's got to scream high and hit someone in the nuts, but he doesn't scream.
But which is better, that or punching a giant animatronic Goro in the dick?
That was pretty good too. That was pretty good. That was really good. Yeah, the scene with the hat coming through and slicing Raiden's neck is really cool as well.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Like, and just the way they show that with like all the light escaping sort of thing is really effective, I feel like. But
He bleeds light. That's pretty dope.
yeah. It's gold.
Wouldn't it use less energy to not hover yourself when you're trying to recover? Like, just lie on the ground, dude. It's okay.
He's aura farming. Raiden is always aura farming.
No, I think it's like he uses effort to walk. That's his natural state. He's floating.
Yeah.
Because he's a god. It's like he's struggling to be with us Earthlings because he's so damn great.
Exactly.
You get Raiden's like thunder dive briefly when Shang Tsung turns up.
Yeah.
He just pops
Which is
up,
cool.
but he doesn't do the scream, which is pretty
No.
disappointing. But yeah, a lot of good fan service in this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Here's a question.
lots of Leo pointing at the screen. There's that fatality. There's that move that I know.
Yes. Yeah. Here's a question. Why does Scorpion, when he exclaims, "Get over here," do so in English?
And in a different voice, I feel like.
Yeah, and in Ed Boon's voice. Why is that happening?
Good question.
But do you not like that? Is there
I
not part of you
do.
that just like, oh, that scratches my childhood itch? Like that's.
But that's
the
exactly
voice.
what I'm like. I feel seen, but also, like the first movie in the opening scene, it even establishes he only speaks Japanese because Sub-Zero is speaking Chinese, and he's like, "I cannot understand your language, but just know I'm going to kill you." But then he perfectly says in his English, "Get over here."
It's our ears perceiving it in English.
Oh,
I
it
believe
transcends
it is.
all things.
Yeah.
No, it's like the inhabitant of his chain and kunai, right? Like they're cursed with Ed Boon's soul, and so it's that's speaking through him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the weapon talks to him.
That's
as
why it's
well.
only when the mask is up he says it. Like the mask comes up and he becomes like the hell spawn. Do you guys? I don't mind them just bringing him back, like to be like, oh, we need to pop into hell and see Scorpion again because we want that cameo sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like the fight down there in Netherrealm.
Yeah, that fight with Noob Saibot is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like flying across plains and inky shadows appearing and grabbing things. Yeah, that's all cool. Like all that stuff is really well done. You can't fault it for that. I think they spare no expense and it's pretty gory. Again, not as gory actually as I expected. That's only MA, not R. Like considering like you look at the games and it shows a lot of graphic violence in the video games. This actually shies away from some of that, which is like kind of
that's
interesting.
what surprised me most, even about the originals. The originals are barely violent, but then like, even like the reboot, you get some blood and stuff like that. But I was still like, oh man, I for some reason thought these movies were going to be brutal, like really showing detail of like eyes.
You're
popping
not
out
getting
and
any
stuff like that.
X-ray vision of people's, bones
No.
breaking and stuff like that. No.
No.
I feel like the
Yeah,
most
I
brutal thing
would
is-
like them to kind of go down
yeah.
that path a little bit, but I don't know that they ever will. I think like a full-on R-rated movie is pretty hard to sell these days, especially if you want to make any money.
I think like ultra violence alienates more people than other
does
stuff.
it? Deadpool.
I think
$1 billion.
That's- but that's- But again, that's like R-rated, but not ultra violent. Like it's R-rated because it's so, I don't know, uncouth, I guess. And there's a lot of like, I think it's R-rated more for the jokes because he talks a lot about like
yes, drugs.
dicks and drugs and anal stuff. Whereas
Yeah.
this would, I think like having explicit like
There's not much
organ-
anal stuff in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, there is, but it's like it's not the good kind. It's, it's swords going up there and things.
Yeah.
And so if you show that scene where like I don't know, if you showed Cole Young
Always Cole Young.
getting torn asunder from behind, I think people would have a genuine problem with that.
Reckon? I don't know.
Yeah, I think even the most disdainful person would just be like, "Well,
Right.
don't
The
do
biggest
it that way."
Cole Young haters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, "Look, don't turn him inside out. That's too much."
Yep. The song comes back again for the credits, and I was like, yes! I was like, this is cool. But they did a remix.
I don't get why they're not using that throughout the rest of the movie, though.
Is there too much of that song? Like, could there be too much?
No.
You don't think it's
The whole
possible?
movie is if it's 2 hours of just that playing on and on in the background, like
It
a
should
music
just
video.
always be on in the
Yeah,
background. Just-
even in the emotional parts,
the
of it,
volume
like,
just
it's-
changes.
You just hear it slightly in the back. It's like,
Sometimes the volume's adjusted too much. Like you can't even hear Cole Young. Whenever Cole Young's talking, the song just picks up in volume. So it's just like doom 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 doom, and he's just like sitting there, just like mouthing, and people are like, "What?"
it's like, okay, Cole, whatever. Anyway,
Brandon grabs his CD player, turns it up again.
even if when Scorpion's there, he's emotional, like he's in the garden. If he's just got it going in the background,
but it's as if it's actually there. Like you can hear like it echoing off the trees, just like out in the distance, just like
exactly, it's coming from a boombox somewhere. Like, I think that's a good choice.
that shows the arrival of Sub-Zero. He hears that music. He's like, "Uh oh, it's the Reigns of Castamere." Like, "Uh oh, the beat started."
You can tell how close he is by how loud it gets. Great ideas. Guys, we're giving away these ideas.
Oh, Ed, reach out.
For free.
Reach out. Yeah. We're Aussie too. We fit right in with the cast.
We could work on this.
We should probably reach out to Carl Urban. Like, we know people that know him, so we should reach out to him.
All right, boys. Let's move on. Is there a character who we haven't seen depicted in these movies that you would like to see depicted, or has been depicted but not well enough for your liking, and you'd like to have them, give it another go at?
No, wait, forgot to mention Reptiles in the first one. His fatality. Him getting his heart taken out is really good.
Yep.
Get KO's fatality, that's cool. Fujian, Wind God, strip skin off your bones with tornadoes. Show me some Fujian.
Aaron Black.
The gunslinger?
Yeah, I like Aaron Black, man.
You like my answer less, Striker. I just like the idea of a guy turning up to these fights with a gun, and that's his power.
And that's it, just shoot some people.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny if he survived a fight. Like, someone's got really good things, he just shoots him in the head.
I want someone to scream ACAB at him and then kill him. That's what I actually want to have happen, but...
I see. There is so many. This is what's kind of tricky, right? Is like these movies, when these movies are made 4, 5, 6 years apart, it's kind of hard to do because they have to make all the choices carefully. If you're making this every 2 years, you can just be like, now we've got a movie with 10 of some of the weirder characters, and it's not a big deal. But you can't have. Who's the one I always think, like, there's Darius and there's Dairu. You can't have Darius and Dairu as mains because no one gives a single shit about them.
There's a lot of kind of similar characters too over time, right? Like it's, there's a lot of the four-armed guys that are just very similar.
Yeah, Goro, Shiva. There's the one with 6 arms, like Mitara or Kintara or something.
Kintara's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. They had Cabal in the first one, and he's really poorly done, I think.
You want to have him done better?
Well, I would have liked him done better, but I don't want him just coming back.
Jax is dead. They killed Jax.
They're just going to rescue him, though, aren't they?
I'm sure he'll come back.
That's what it seems like. They literally say they're going to get their friends back in the end of this movie.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he was actually dead to me.
I think the whole third film is
a pretty brutal death, though.
It is.
Yeah.
I think the whole third film is going to be them going into the Netherrealm to bring all their friends back.
Yep.
Especially, most notably Cole Young, which
Will we
thank the
ever
Thunder
see
God
Cole
and
Young
the-
again?
and the
No,
wind.
he got
Yes.
he got acided. He's gone.
No, he's the focus of the third movie again. They got to learn from their mistakes and bring him back.
Mortal Kombat 3. Oh, to be young again. It's just, like, let's go get our boy.
Yeah, he's
Fans have
done.
been clamoring for it.
Yeah, are there any other characters that I really want? I want to see Quan Chi do some shit.
Smoke.
I want to see him. Yes, Smoke should be here.
Rain.
Give us a better Nightwolf too. Give him a reason to exist in this universe. Mate.
Yeah. Oh, Blind Kenshi, actually.
Oh yeah, he's pretty
I
cool.
would like to see him. And bring in some DLC fighters, just have like Ghostface turn up. Yeah. Conan the Barbarian. There you go. He can turn up for one and just
I know the perfect guy to cast.
I know this guy. He knows Carl Urban too.
His name's Conan.
Yeah, I don't know. Movado. Movado was cool.
So, Conan, did you... So, as a fan, you weren't super... Because, like, I don't know. I think it did a good job for me as not like a diehard Mortal Kombat fan, but someone who has nostalgia for it. I really enjoyed the fan service in this, and I was like, wow, this is like they did a great job of making a Mortal Kombat movie. Whereas if I compare it to like a movie like Uncharted, which obviously I'm a diehard fan of Uncharted, I was like, they made a movie that's called Uncharted with Uncharted's characters, but it's not really an Uncharted game. Is
You'll
this
be
how you
mad.
feel about Mortal Kombat? Because like you're more of a fan of Mortal Kombat, or
Right, yeah, probably. I don't know about as strongly as you felt about Uncharted, but yeah, like that's what I was going for. Like, and like I said at the top, this game, everyone has some sort of connection to Mortal Kombat. Like you played this at some point in your life. You went to someone's house who had a Mortal Kombat game that you played one night at a sleepover.
yeah,
And so seeing these characters again pretty much works for anybody who's ever played them. And I think most people are just like your average fan. So this movie's good for them. But I'm sort of a little bit more nostalgic or connected to it, I guess. And I want to see it work better because I know it can. Like, even though the lore is convoluted bullshit, there are a lot of really cool stories here, like about the rivalry and about I don't know, just the ideas of it, like this cosmic stakes of clans fighting and people saving stuff, like. And so when I get them, it's just a problem with video game movies in general, is when it's trying to just service the fan. It's just being like, look, we know that you like this stuff. That does annoy me, yeah. But this movie is good. Like, definitely an improvement over the first one. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, like, start to finish.
are you excited for another one?
Based on this trajectory, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
Right,
think
they
the
just
next,
keep getting better. Eventually, they will make the best movie ever made. They have to.
theoretically, yeah. In 2045,
Yep.
Oscar, like, Best Picture is Mortal Kombat 7. And it's just finally they nailed it.
It's like when my
And
son
Cole Young.
he doubled in weight in the first few months of his life. By the time he's 35, he will weigh several million tons. It's just how it works.
He would be denser than a planet, yeah. That's right. Look, in MK7, when Cole Young wins Best Actor, so he's actually playing 3 different characters.
and it's Mortal Kombat 7 Annihilation. It's like it's Redeem Annihilation as well.
It's a remake of Annihilation, but done properly. Yeah, I'm there for
They're
that.
like, let's use the script from Annihilation because there's real potential there. Just redo it. We can nail
it's just
it.
a
This
gold
time.
mine. How do you guys feel about where do you guys rank on the Scorpion Sub-Zero thing? Which one do you side with? Are you a Scorpion fan or a Sub-Zero fan?
Scorpion.
Oh, wow, okay.
I do like
Cool.
Sub-Zero a lot, to be fair, but I think
The hook, bring him over, uppercut, all
it's
day,
unstoppable.
every day.
And then
There's no counter to
jump
that.
kick, jump kick, jump kick. Yeah,
Jump kick,
to
jump
keep
kick,
him
jump kick,
juggled,
jump kick.
like juggled in the air. It's unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, I
But
love Mortal
I
Kombat.
don't know, Sub-Zero freezing and then chucking the frozen person into the other one. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's show some love.
But I want their rivalry to keep continuing. They just pop up. It's like, it's our time again. It's Goku
Every movie they have a
Vegeta.
fight, yeah. I mean,
Well,
there's a basis for that in the games, right? Like that's why there's a Sub-Zero 2 and everything else, right?
But this is what's interesting because the lore is meant to be Sub-Zero's brother is a good guy, and he comes back, and Scorpion's still pissed off because he's not sure for a while, but then he realizes it was Quan Chi who betrayed him, and so then he's pissed off at Quan Chi. And so there's all these rivalries in the game that are kind of fun, and I want to see that. I wanted to see them bring in another Sub-Zero who's a good guy now and have it be really messy. But I don't know why they didn't do that in this. Like, Sub-Zero becomes Noob Saibot, so there's room to have an actual Sub-Zero. Like, maybe that's what happens in number 3. I'm there for that. I don't know. I worry that we won't get number 3 for a while. Like, it's been 5 years.
I couldn't believe how long it's been since the first one. I felt like it was only last year I decided not to watch it. Where I was like, oh yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, and I think I have read or heard something that...
It's been a weird few years, to be fair.
We started the podcast 5 years ago. It came out when we started the podcast.
Probably because of this movie, because we were all like, have you guys seen Cole Young? Shit, this guy's got
we should do a podcast about Cole Young. We'll build up to it, you know?
I just think, like, it hasn't had a great opening overseas, this movie.
The second one.
It's because they removed the C from everything.
I feel like it's, you know, sorry, let's all stop for Luke's joke. Terrible. I don't know. I feel like it feels like it's doing better than the first one, but I have no idea, right? Obviously.
I think
60 million in the first week is pretty good.
But the US opening weekend was
38 mil.
38 mil. Like, that's not great.
They must have heard Cole Young dies.
Yeah, freaking spoilers came out and just wrecked it. Yeah, I hope it does well. I hope we keep getting them. I want to see more Mortal Kombat movies. But
the first one only did 23 million in its first its opening weekend.
But that was peak COVID.
True.
So I
Let's see.
don't know.
I really hope we get more of them. I think they're on a good run, but we'll see.
No, I agree. I want them to continue. Yeah.
Yep, same.
All right, let's rank them.
All right. For me, it is an easy 95, 2, 1, Annihilation.
Go ahead, Luke.
2, 1, 95, Annihilation.
I'm the same. Yeah. I don't know. Without the nostalgia, I'm never going to watch that 95 movie again. I'm sorry. I'll listen to the theme song.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm not watching it again.
Crazy. No, that one's dope.
All right. Next fortnight, Conan, it's your choice. We've been waiting for this one.
But before, I do just want to say, if there's any Annihilation fans out there that are going to start shitting on us in the comments, fuck you. Bring it on, Annihilation fans. You're all out there. You're probably Riddick fans as well.
None of them exist. None of them exist.
I know.
Certainly not listening.
There's a lot of Chronicles of Riddick fans out there.
Yeah, apparently that's got a fan base. I'd forgotten it was mine. I guess we will try to do the trilogy that I wanted to do when they were all free, but now they're not.
Are they available on streaming?
Probably not. They probably stripped them all off now, and they're just eradicated from record.
Damn, that was record time. Nobody must have watched them.
Yeah, we could have saved them. You just had to be a dick about it.
What's it called again?
It's the Once Upon a Time. Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time trilogy, which is Once Upon a Time in the West, Once Upon a Time in America, and
in Hollywood.
Duck You Sucker. So it's not actually it's a loose sort of other trilogy.
This seems like a made-up trilogy. I don't know about this.
Not so quality control over here. Yeah.
All right.
Back to my Nolan trilogy. So let's tentatively say that. I have to double check if they're all still streaming though and stuff. So that might change, but at least for all those listening live, you can expect that in the next 2 weeks, I guess.
We don't edit these, so it's going out anyway, even if we change them on. All right. Thanks for listening to Good, the Bad, and the Worst. Give us a thumbs up, rate us, like us, wherever you are. It helps us out greatly. This podcast is brought to you by a couple of books by Conan Clark, The Taste of Iron, The God Grotesque, and we've got a sneak peek of the third one today. Very exciting. Ooh. Check these out. It's coming soon.
Cole Young, he's going to be in it.
If you want R-rated, if you don't want them to hold back on your violence, you need to read these books. Yes. Your cup will overfloweth with R-rated violence. All right. Thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next time.
Toasty.